So before we get started, John, what are your thoughts? So I watched one of your videos. What are your thoughts over on the Goosebumps show?
Um, it's fine. It ends up doing the character stuff way better than the scary stuff, which I know has annoyed a lot of people.
Mm.
The second to last episode of the season tried to do the scary stuff with a big twist, and it just stepped all over one of the characters, and I ended up not liking it because of that.
Is that the post that you did where you're like, well, it ruined its whatever moment it had? I saw the
Yeah,
one thing from you're like, well,
yeah,
Goosebumps just ruined that.
because Justin Long's in it, and he's really good, and he plays
Yeah.
this weirdo teacher, but he's like not a bad guy, and he's pretty courageous. And then episode 9 rolls around, and we find out no, he's been a coward the whole time, and he's actually going to help the villain destroy the entire town because because that's the only way he can get an ending for the book he's writing. And like it gives like Justin's a pro, right? So in episode 10, he gets a good moment where he's like I'm a coward, and I recognize that, and I also am a good enough writer to know I'm not a good enough writer, and that gets to me. It was a good moment. It was a good character moment. He plays it really well. The whole cast of young actors is really strong, and they bounce off of him really well. The villain's plot makes absolutely no sense though. Like he does the thing, like the dangle him over the shark tank and walk away thing.
Oh yeah.
And like it's why he has magic. He could just kill them.
He pulls the Austin Powers of like, I have a gun in my room. I can just go get it and we can shoot him. No, no, this is more fun this way.
Yeah, it was so dumb. And like his plan itself was fine. One of my lights keeps going on and off, and I don't understand why. His plan was fine. He's like he wants to basically unleash all the stuff from Goosebumps on the world, but he doesn't say that because they're not a book series in this universe. He wants to unleash ancient horrors on the world so that humanity will have something to unite over. And like that makes sense considering that he's like this emotionally scarred guy who's had his mind warped by dark magic. But my point is there should have been literally no way for him to lose. And even though they do a clever thing to capitalize on the fact that he essentially let them go, and that was cool. Like they were smart in the way they took advantage of that. They shouldn't have had that opportunity in the first place. And
Power of friendship conquers all.
Well, it makes the whole thing seem, I don't know, cheaper because there was no logical reason to assume that they would have gotten that chance in the first place. And like I didn't hate it. And they definitely set up a second season. Like with a
It's kind of a shame about Justin Long though, because I saw the trailer and I was like, ooh, cool. To then hear, well, he gets controlled and then he kind of becomes, like you just said.
Like every scene that he gets, where he's like genuinely trying to be a better person for the sake of these kids, is great. Like I want to be clear about that. It's fantastic, and the young actors are really really strong in their roles. Like even their stupid teenage angst, I only found annoying in one episode. So like I think it's still worth watching. It's just like understand that it's shooting more for like a drama angle than like a scary mystery angle.
Gotcha. So I remember I watched was there 2 movies that came out?
Yeah.
I only saw the first one. I didn't mind the first one.
Yeah, I didn't
see the second one.
I think I saw both of them, but I was reading like a synopsis type thing on it the other day, and I'm like, I thought this happened in the other one. So I don't know which one I saw now, or if I just saw both of them. They kind of ran together.
Or
I think so.
Oh,
Like
okay.
like they weren't bad. They weren't like memorable masterpieces either. You know.
Yeah.
So a lighter. What do you think about the Lightning Thief trailer, John?
Oh, it looked great.
Looks so good.
I think they.
Are they redoing Percy Jackson?
Yeah, as a series.
So,
As a series on Disney. They're already planning out season 2, so like they're expecting it to do well, and it looks like it's going to do well.
and guess what? The author was there for the whole thing, Jeremy.
Yeah,
It looks.
What was?
the
The
author.
author was there for the whole thing.
Yeah, he was
So
involved
it
involved in the entire production from start to finish. Just like Ichiro Oda on One Piece. And that turned out really well. Maybe Hollywood will get the message and start doing this regularly.
No, absolutely not.
Yeah,
Especially when they can exploit something when the author's dead, they can just exploit it.
God, that's true.
True.
No, I mean, I think there were some scenes that they like shoved a little bit of dialogue into where I wouldn't have, where there wasn't quite as much dialogue in the book. But also, you don't have the internal monologue of the character to tell you stuff in the show, so they kind of have to do that, and they'll find their footing on that pretty quick. I think they have a they're very talented cast.
You could do inner monologue in a show.
Sure, but like you don't. Like the convention is that you don't.
Yeah.
I don't have an issue with a little bit of narration in your visual medium. I don't think that's an issue, but apparently some people just really hate it. I will be right back. I need to get a spoon.
Okay.
So that live action Legend of Zelda,
Mm-hmm.
I think the main character should say nothing at all, except for yeah,
Except for yeah.
and those tumble noises he makes.
Yeah. I mean, if
And
he
like-
talks, it'll kind of take it out of it. So
Yeah.
that's true.
Just want to see him like other characters talk to him and then him say nothing at all.
He just kind of like shows him, and then
Yeah.
it just goes back to them. Like, do you not talk, or just pretend like he said something?
Yeah.
Like that
Or
sounds
have like
great.
a waterfall like making noise.
What are we talking about? We talking about Link?
Yes, the live action Legend of Zelda.
God,
how the main character
If there is
Just
a
saying
if there is a
nothing at all.
single scene in that where like we don't cut into the scene just after his dialogue is implied.
Yeah.
Like I'm
Yeah.
gonna be so mad if he speaks a single word. I'm gonna be pissed. And, like he can say "hi" and that's about it.
Yeah,
That's what Nick said. Yeah.
Or
he
there's
could
his
say,
tumble
yeah.
noises. His tumble noises or his fall.
It's like
Yeah.
it's like the Mario movie. I didn't think was poorly made or anything, but like they crammed so much stuff in there and that didn't need to be there. And
Just in what?
and the Mario movie.
Oh yeah.
It was not a poorly made movie or anything. It was very well animated. The voice cast was quite talented, including Chris Pratt. He was fine.
I didn't mind Chris Pratt.
He was all right.
I didn't mind him.
But it's just there was so much crap in there that didn't need to be. They're like, well, we have no way to assume we're going to get a sequel, even though this is the biggest game franchise of all time, made by one of the biggest studios of all time, funded by some of the most wealthy people of all time. So let's just blow our whole load in this one movie, and the characters never shut up. They just keep talking. Like, do people not know how to make like slow movies anymore?
Well, it's a Mario movie. They're trying to, I would assume, go to kids or younger adults, and I feel like maybe a slower Mario movie wouldn't do as well with that audience. But I could be wrong.
They might think that they'd be wrong. Kids want like slow contemplative stuff just as much as anybody does. People need to stop underestimating kid audiences. But I mean, my point is, if the Zelda movie is like that, it will be a huge waste because there's massive potential for this to be like a fantasy epic on par with like Lord of the Rings or something.
Yeah.
Like they're even making a movie this year called Silent Night, which is a guy who loses his voice by John Woo. And it's just an action movie, and it shows a guy trying to scream, but he can't make any sound at all. So they have no justification to say they can't make a silent character.
Yeah.
The hard part about doing the silent character, I think, would be the fact that like he can talk. Because it's like if you have a character that can't because they're mute or something, that's one thing. But like, or if you have maybe the whole movie kind of a silent, not a silent movie, but you know, a no talking, like where it's all action. It'd be kind of hard to implement people talking, but then Link is not talking. Now, do I agree Link shouldn't talk? Yes, I don't think he should, but it's a tricky thing to try to do.
Well, that's the thing. Link does talk. It's not like he doesn't talk. He mostly just says yes or no and like sarcastically insults you in ways that you're not sure if he's actually insulting you.
Well, yeah.
So like
fair.
maybe I could deal with him like just kind of hovering around in the background all the time, making sardonic comments about stuff. But like, I mean, that's about it, honestly. It's gonna be tricky. It's gonna be real tricky. I'm not confident they're gonna pull it off, but I mean, train wrecks are entertaining, so.
Yeah.
Sure they are. All right. You guys ready to go?
Yes.
I think so.
You think so?
Well, I mean, how ready are we
God.
ever, right? Like,
I mean, that's fair. How ready are we? I'm never ready.
Last time on Heroes of Byzantia.
Last time on Heroes of Byzantia, the group stumbled upon a well that has been called the Wishing Well, has jumped in, you know, as they always do, head first.
now it wasn't there wasn't a they there. That was a me thing.
Well, true. So just like the other town, he jumps in head first. Zack decided to follow him pretty much shortly after with Dowroc taking up the rear, so reluctantly. Transported down, or wherever they went, into this dungeon that the walls seem to vanish as certain things happen. And they met a fire user named Lloyd, who is a temporary party member at the moment. And now the way is open, and they entered a room, and they see 5 creatures, one that they haven't seen before. And there is no choice but to go forward.
Big spooky floaty guy, that's right.
Or as Dowroc calls him, Shadow Zack or something along those lines.
Mm-hmm. Cool. This is gonna be fun, man. By fun, I mean we're gonna die.
Actually gonna do something. Before the fight, I was going to attune some things and unattune some things, so.
Yeah, that's fine.
Oh, that's fine. Because you would have done it during the rest and stuff, so that's fine.
Okay. I'm ready.
Okay. Alright, so resuming, you guys walk in and you see these monsters, so you were gonna...
Big sigh.
And roll initiative.
Cool.
Starting right off the bat. Where is his initiative?
Alright, I got 20.
Oh.
I always think it's funny. Like, there's no reason why.
I got 6.
There's no reason why my initiative rolls should be so much higher so often. Just because I have a slightly higher like dex or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But they are, and it's so weird.
Yeah.
Did you say 6?
Yeah.
Okay. Just making sure.
What did you roll?
2.
And that's with guidance too.
Yeah.
Wow.
Trying to save the big whammies for the
That's
fight.
true. That's true.
Yeah.
I gotta roll like a bunch of initiatives. Hold on.
I just unattuned my boots, so that's why it could be too.
Well, Dowroc, not to burst your bubble, but you are dead last in the turn order.
Oh, more. Well, it gives me a double slam from those Minotaur skeletons, so I might be dead already.
Well, you can somewhat adjust your starting position. Like, well, actually, you guys are already next to each other. You got deflecting blast once.
Yeah, you're fine. You'll be fine, probably, maybe.
Maybe.
No, it's not always a bad idea for the ranged guy to go last anyway. It lets him get a lay of the land and really pick his targets out of what other skirmishes are happening.
I think we're all three ranged people.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, once Zack rejoins and then Megan finally, because I think Megan's a short range, right? Like she's a melee range fighter.
Yeah.
Okay, so at least there'd be two range or short range fighters at that point.
Yeah, you're gonna end up being our DPR probably. She's gonna be a tank.
Damage per round.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, because I can burst Nova damage with smites and all this other kind of stuff.
Yeah.
I can do really well against one target. From the sounds of it, Megan's going to be a good tank. Johan's a tactician, like, hey, do this over here, do these, kind of battlefield control, and then Dowroc's just big gun, go boom.
Wait until I get the telepathic feat and I can be talking in you guys' heads all the time.
Oh boy.
Yeah, but we can't talk back, right? If I remember right.
Yeah, but I can do detect thoughts and read your minds that way.
I think the dose prevents that. The docent can turn that off if you don't want to listen.
Yeah.
All right, I got all the initiative orders and everything. So first off in the initiative, so I'm going to move right there. Lloyd is first in initiative.
That's not comforting.
He got a 26.
Wow.
Okay.
He got a high roll, so, All right. So,
Wait for it. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun.
So, Beans is our pointer, so Lloyd is going to shoot a fireball right where Beans is.
Yeah.
Alright. So, he will cast fireball.
Lloyd seems pretty alert.
So, he does seem a little alert, doesn't he? Alright, so deck saving throws. Let's see if they get it. I'm going to say probably not. Okay. What do they need? Yeah, no. Oh, okay, that one did. That one did not. So, the centaur skeletons, you see that they take full damage from fireball.
Yeah.
Which is 24 apiece.
Not bad.
And then the shadow only took half damage. I forget, did we say it rounds up or down? For like an odd or halved?
Most people usually round up because DMs are mean. But I tend to alternate one and then the other.
Okay. Alright, so...
I'll probably go round down.
Okay, I rounded down this time. Alright, so put Beans back
This is
over
really-
here. Alright,
Saving
that...
comment.
That is... Lloyd then... Gotta go through his thing. Where is his thing on the character sheet? There it is. After Lloyd shoots the fireball, you see him, as the flames crash against everybody, you see him with his left hand, after he shot the fireball with his right hand, you see his left hand start to gather another piece of fire, and he quicken magics and shoots a firebolt at the closest centaur.
Cool.
Good.
He gets a 19 to hit, which hits. And he does 8 damage to that centaur. That centaur is bloody.
Well, I would assume so.
Fireball, Nick. Alright, that ends Lloyd's turn. It is Johan's.
Alright.
Fireball.
I think I'm just gonna cast Shillelagh.
Okay.
And I'm gonna...
Actually, I'm gonna pay no attention to the borders. The borders are simply so I know which one's like 1 and 2 and stuff.
That makes sense. Actually, I'm not gonna do Shillelagh yet. I'm gonna wait, and I'm gonna do... Misty Step.
Oh.
Okay.
I'm gonna run right at this one with my combined movement and Misty Step, and then I'm gonna attack it with my sword.
Ooh, okay.
15 to hit.
Hits.
My screen's not showing my dice right now, which is kind of bumming me out. 6 damage plus I'll mark it as my favorite foe to do another 1 damage. So 7 bludgeoning damage total. Well, still slashing, I guess, technically, because I haven't. Yeah, because I didn't Shillelagh yet. So yeah.
Okay.
And then Crispy is just going to engage on his own. He kind of comes here and he's going to flame seed the yellow centaur.
Is that the... I always forget it. That's a spell set? Yeah. Okay.
So that misses.
Okay.
Cool.
Sword by the head.
And that would be my turn.
Okay. So this centaur is going to move here. And he's going to attack Crispy. He's going to make an attack with his pike. And get a 14 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay. It does 7 piercing damage.
Cool.
And then he makes a second attack with his hooves at this point. And he gets only a 9 to hit.
That does miss.
Okay. So then this one.
Zack. I said I was going to attack Zack.
This centaur is going to go down and try to charge at Johan. So
Fun.
he's going to use pike. Oh, thankfully he only got a 10, so he misses.
Ooh, good.
He then does a hooves attack, which is not empowered by his charge, and it's a 22 to hit, which should hit, unless you have something correct.
What was it? Sorry.
22.
Yeah, that.
Assuming you have nothing to buff, right?
Right. Nothing I can activate as a reaction, at least.
Okay. 10 bludgeoning damage,
Ooh.
and that is the centaur's turn.
Cool.
Alright, let me make sure his is. He has... So the shadow, he's floating, so he has fly speed, so just so you're aware, so you can see him hovering. 5, 10, 15. So he flies straight at Lloyd. And he will try to use Maddening Touch.
Okay, cool.
That is a 1p to hit. Lloyd, as the strike's about to hit him, Lloyd makes a shield appear and gains 5 AC and blocks the attack. Bing! That is the Shadow's turn. It is the Minotaurs. So the yellow one will just attack Johan since he's standing right next to him. Great axe.
Neat.
He gets a critical hit.
Silver barbed.
What's the distance on that?
60 feet.
Okay, yeah, alright.
Appreciated.
He redoes it and only gets a 17 to hit.
That still hits.
Okay.
Give Johan damage.
Oof. 22 slashing damage. As a high damage roll. Thankfully, yeah, he didn't crit. This one is going to just go... Make sure on his... Yep. He is going to go there, and it is Dowroc's turn.
Dowroc's going to go there for now. And he's going to shoot the centaur skeleton.
The yellow, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
1, 2, 3. Yeah. The one that's been injured.
Yep, the yellow's the most injured one.
12 to hit.
Hits.
Wow. Okay. There's no damage. Like, I don't have magical effects on it yet. It's just, well,
Oh, okay.
additional. So it's 15 damage. Okay, good. And then Dog's gonna move. Yeah, he's gonna use movement 1 to the shadow, just to be
Oh, next to him.
next to Lloyd.
Yeah, okay.
Just can command Igo to 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. He's going to command Igo to dash. Here.
Okay.
Also appreciated.
Yeah. And he's going to... That's Dowroc's turn.
Okay. It is Lloyd's turn. So Lloyd is going to cast a Flame Blade in his hand and attack the shadow. And get a 27 to hit. He does 14 fire damage to it. You do, however, notice that the fire does not deal full damage to him.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
And that,
yeah, that's Lloyd's turn. Yeah.
huh?
Continue.
Okay. And that ends Lloyd's turn. Johan's turn.
I think I'm going to activate my runic oak armor. I think I'm just gonna attack the Minotaur again, honestly.
Okay.
So, crit.
Okay.
So that'll do.
You also had advantage technically, so
That'll do 8 from the base damage. And another 5 from the favored foe. Not a great crit roll, but you know.
okay.
And then
Where did you strike?
Huh?
Nothing. I was just asking where you struck him.
Oh, crispy. So moving through shadows, are you flying that direction, or are you gonna fly
I'm thinking.
to the right a little? Because shadow could get an opportunity attack on him
Yeah,
if he flies that
I'm
exact distance.
He could do the same thing I want him to do. I don't want to proc the Minotaur either.
Now, one thing I'll say is that, so for visualization,
Yeah.
the room. Let's see. Does the Minotaur actually have how tall he is? I don't think it does. Yeah, it doesn't technically. I was gonna say so. I was gonna say for 3D, mindset purposes, it is like a 20-foot high to the ceiling, so Crispy could fly over the Minotaur without
Okay.
trigger.
So
I'm trying to incorporate more of the 3D, element.
Yeah, I'll have him do that, and he'll end up there.
Okay.
Then he's going to use fiery teleportation to move himself here and inflict dex check damage on both of the green guys.
Okay.
DC 15.
The Minotaur fails, and the Centaur fail. They both fail.
They both take 5 fire damage.
Okay. The green centaur is bloody.
Which one? The yellow.
The centaur.
Okay.
And that's my turn.
Okay. The centaur turn. The centaur attacks Johan. Well, actually, the centaur is going to attack Crispy since he teleported and hit him. So he's going to try to attack Crispy with a pike to start
Okay.
and get a 20 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Is Igo doing any kind of thing, or is he letting this go?
That is good.
Okay, so 20. He does 4 piercing damage.
That's not too bad.
And then he does a hooves attack against him. 20 again.
That one.
This one, however, does 13 bludgeoning damage.
Alright, Crispy's down.
Okay.
Okay.
So, boop. That's a shame.
Alright. It is the Shadow's turn now. So the Shadow is going to attack 30.
Rolling dice. Which one?
No.
See it. Moves to use on.
So the Shadow is going to use Howling Babble.
Oh.
Each creature within 30 feet, so that's everybody. Technically including his allies. Yep, everybody makes it. Make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, here's my time to shine, man.
To the charmed effect.
20.
It is not a charmed effect.
Okay.
Well, actually no, all of his allies are immune to it as well as Igo.
Okay.
Did you just get a 19 on Dowroc as well?
Yeah. Yeah.
Damn, everyone's doing pretty well in the saving throw. Lloyd.
Uh-oh. You're
Lloyd
inevitable.
got hit by it.
No, that's unfortunate. I was counting on him to do this fight for us.
Alright, so Lloyd takes 15 psychic damage. You both take 7 psychic damage.
Cool.
And Lloyd is stunned until the end of its next turn.
Oh, okay.
So, hit points. What is this? Kershur's sudden but inevitable betrayal. Not yet. Alright. So that's the Shadow's turn. It is now the Minotaur's turn. The yellow Minotaur will attack Johan at disadvantage.
Big surprise.
I think that's
He does
6.
a
That's
great
not-
axe.
Oh, yeah.
He gets 17 that's with disadvantage.
That hits. Can I spend my inspiration to impose double disadvantage and make him miss?
I don't believe you can.
Okay.
Well, is
And-
that from the critical, from the disadvantage, or?
No, it's from his armor. Can inspiration? I haven't looked at inspiration. Can you use
I mean, if we're going by the rules, I mean, Igo can, if we're doing the advantage to +2, Igo can deflecting swipe and make it a -2.
I mean, that's up to you. Are you wanting Igo to do that?
Sure.
All right, so it misses.
Cool. I don't die.
All right, the other Minotaur is going to. How far is that? 5, 15.
God dang it.
Where's the Minotaur? Oh yeah, he runs straight toward Dowroc, and he attacks him with a gore attack.
God damn
He
it.
saw what I did to it. He saw what I did to it.
23 to hit. He does.
Uh,
He does 27 piercing damage. And make a strength saving throw.
27?
27 piercing damage. And then you make a strength saving
Good
throw.
award, man.
Oh, God.
If you can't tell, most of them operate stronger if they travel a distance to get to you. Dowroc, you are now pushed back 10 feet, and you are knocked prone.
Ugh.
It is Dowroc's turn now.
Gonna correct this real quick. Jesus. Dowroc is going to cast Chaos Bolt at that Minotaur. That's
Did
an
you
action.
stand up? Did I miss that?
Oh, yeah, I'm going to stand up.
Okay. Chaos Bolt.
Chaos Bolt at that Minotaur, and he's going to use. Oops. That was not what I knew. That was damage from it. I'm trying to click on the weapon to see what it does.
If memory serves, you roll like one of your d8s that you roll, you can make it the damage type of that d8, I think, if I remember.
Hurl undulating, warbling mass of chaotic energy. Make a ranged spell attack against that target. On a hit, the target takes 2d8 plus 1d6 damage. Choose one of the d8's number rolled. It dies. Determines the attack's type. Okay. That is definitely going to hit.
Yeah.
Yes, that definitely hits.
I always confuse Chaos Bolt for something else.
Oh.
I'm going to choose. I rolled a 5 and a 7. So I'm going to do lightning damage.
Okay.
5 lightning damage, and then I roll a d6. 1d6 damage. 2.
Okay. So he takes full damage from it.
Well, he's going to move first. He's going to move.
Now remember, he doesn't get that full movement.
Yeah, he has half movement. So it's 25.
You're 5'10", so half you'd have 12, which I guess would be rounded down to 10.
Yeah, so he's going to move back.
Okay.
And then Daigo's going to move here and attack the Minotaur.
Okay.
So 22.
It hits.
Oh. 5 damage.
Okay.
That's it.
That makes that Minotaur bloody. Also, before I forget, let me do a strength saving throw for Lloyd. Or not strength, but a constitution, because he has Flame Blade on. I didn't do a maintain concentration check on him, so he's fine. He maintains it. Okay. It is... So that is his turn. So, automatically fails strength and dex. Attack against the creature, have advantage. Incapacitated. Can't take actions or reactions. Okay. So Lloyd just kind of passes his turn and is no longer stunned.
That's a real
Johan's
shame, but it'll keep him from seeing what I'm about to do.
Oh, God.
I am going to...
Jesus, that Minotaur.
Wow.
Man. The Minotaur packs a wall up.
He does. When he hits from a distance, he does hit
I
hard.
think what I'm gonna do is cast invisibility on myself.
Okay. So you drop concentration on favored foe, or is that
Yeah.
technically a concentration? Okay.
Yeah, but that's fine. And then I'm gonna...
Yeah.
I'm going to attempt to sneak away from these guys without them noticing.
Okay.
Hold on 1 second.
Just leave poor Igo to himself.
Yeah, if I can successfully stealth away from them, can I avoid them getting an opportunity attack?
Yeah.
Come on, let's go. 19.
Okay, you're fine.
So I will just kind of hide over here.
Goodbye, Argo. Okay.
I could fucking... Where'd he go?
He would be very confused because he just vanished in front of him. Argo's like, he died. What happened to him?
Can't be spent. Right. Dowroc's like, no, Johan's dead. Yeah. Where'd he go? Under the crush of a centaur, minotaur. He's gone. Where'd he go?
Yeah. So, yeah. That was
Okay.
my whole turn. So I'm done.
Okay. The centaur is
Am
very
I? Did I do it? Did I do a bonus action?
I assume invisibility is an action, but I haven't looked at that in a bit. So,
Yeah, it is.
so
I
no, you've
moved,
not used.
so I did not do a bonus action. What can I do with a bonus action?
Shillelagh.
That would break my invisibility. I could take actions that aren't attacks
Oh,
or
that's right.
spells, but nothing else. So I'll just pass.
That's right. I forgot. Yeah, if you attack or cast it, it stops it. Well, the centaur looks very eagerly at Igo now, since he's the only one there.
Yeah.
Moves up.
I mean, no offense to Igo, but he's easier to repair than I am. So
The centaur makes a pike attack and gets a 21 to hit and does 13 piercing damage to Igo.
Yeah.
And then it is now the Shadow's turn. The Shadow is going to use Whispers of Compulsion now.
oh, good.
So he chooses Dowroc, Lloyd, and Igo. It's 3 creatures. They make a Wisdom saving throw. Lloyd gets a 13.
This is a charmed effect.
No, this is still not a charmed effect.
Okay.
Oh no, Igo's immune. Never mind. So disregard Igo. So he makes it on Lloyd and Dowroc since he has to see him.
It's a wisdom.
Yep, Wisdom saving.
All
Alright, so Whispers of Compulsion, you each take 15 psychic damage.
Dowroc's done.
Alright. Well, I guess that kind of negates the other part of the spell, so that's good. Well, actually, I apologize. I have not looked this up. I meant to. Can you attack someone that's down?
Yeah.
Is it what if you're negative, your Is it if you're negative, your health, you die? Is that what it is?
If you hit somebody who's down, if I'm not mistaken, they just fail a death saving throw.
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, so never mind. I guess that comes into play. Alright. So the Whispers of Compulsion forces whoever failed the saving throw, so not Dowroc because he fell, but Lloyd, they have to immediately use their reaction to make a melee weapon attack on one creature that the Shadow can see. Well, Lloyd is holding the flame sword and makes an attack against Dowroc.
He doesn't crit.
He gets a 29 to hit, so you just fail a death saving. Right? Because they don't take damage. He just
Yeah.
fails a death saving throw. Okay.
Yeah, I'm starting to get a little worried now.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, if you take any damage while you have 0, you suffer. If you get a crit, you get 2 failures. If the damage would exceed your hit point maximum, you suffer instant death. So, he would have taken 7 damage, so he didn't. Okay. So yeah, so Dowroc fails a death saving throw then. It is the Minotaur's turn. So the green Minotaur is going to attack Lloyd with a great axe and get an 18 and miss. The other Minotaur is going to attack Igo and get a 25 to hit. Wait, is Igo down?
No.
Oh, okay.
He does what he needs to do. Like he does
Well,
for Rand.
He takes 25 slashing damage.
He's definitely down now.
It is Dowroc's turn.
Dowroc contemplates his life.
Does Dowroc have inspiration right now?
Yeah. Let's use the inspiration to reroll that.
That's probably a good idea.
Almost. Try to get a nat 20 to get back up. Let's say do. Is it nat 20 or is it just 3 successes to get back up?
So when you make a death saving throw, you roll a 1. It counts. Oh no, that's not it. If the 10 or higher, you succeed. Otherwise, you fail. A success or a failure has no effect on your third roll. You become stable. So as long as you do it 3 times, you just don't make any death saving throws anymore. On your third failure, you die. Technically, the crit death saving throw is a home rule or a house rule, which I don't care to implement because I mean, I think it's kind of a neat concept. So if you guys are fine, if you crit on a death saving, I say you pop back up with maybe 1.
Yep.
So, okay.
I guess they've been done the rule since the homebrew rule for everybody since the game came out. So
Oh, right. Well, it's just like critting on saving throws and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Like technically, the crit only matters, or crit fail or crit succeed only works on attacks and something else. But that's it. Like not saving throws, not. But in my opinion, if you roll a nat 20, I mean, I'm pretty much going to have you succeed. So, okay. So after that, it is Lloyd's turn.
no longer stunned.
He is no longer stunned, and he looks quite upset.
I was just gonna say, how's he looking, like, damage-wise? Like, is he looking particularly beat up or not?
No, not really. He's got 43 out of 58 hit points still, so he's
dear
still
God.
fine.
Okay.
He's still all right. So he does flame up his flame blade and attack the shadow. However, though,
Okay.
because he doesn't like the shadow doing stuff against him.
I would
he
imagine.
gets a 17, which hits. He does 13 fire damage to it, which actually I gotta check one of his. Oh, okay, yeah. So hold on. Let me. So as the flame hits the shadow, you notice kind of the same thing from earlier when he cast fireball in the group. So you see that it initially does resisted damage, but Lloyd kind of empowers the hit even more, and it does full damage.
Does anything happen to the flames at all? Do they change color, perhaps?
They do not change color.
Okay, because like straight up, Johan's like he's dying right now, and his friend is dying, and his friend's friend is dying, but he's also still trying really hard to get a beat on Lloyd at the same time.
No, the flame did not. Basically, it looks like he has empowered the flame in a way that it can overcome enemies' resistance. How about that? There you go. Okay. So after that, you see that the shadow is still remaining, but he is bloody. But that doesn't matter to Lloyd as he gets pissed off and quicken spells. And so he does a quickening spell, and with a hand that's not holding the fire sword or the fire blade, he casts Burning Hands.
Cool.
On the shadow. Actually, technically, he hits it both the shadow and the Minotaur with it. So,
Yeah, Zack spell did that.
Where is it? Deck. They each take 16 fire damage. And that ends Lloyd's turn. It is Johan's turn.
Okay, let's see. I don't want to do this. I definitely don't want to do that. Can I, not do this now? Why can't I? There we go. God, this site's weird. I'm gonna move here while still stealthed
Okay.
and invisible, and I'm going to summon Crispy again.
Is that like the Find Familiar feat, or is that like a different, like what?
I use my.
I guess my question is. Go ahead. Sorry.
I use my action, and
Okay.
and actually I want to end up here.
Because I know you spend a beast shape or wild shape
Yeah.
to summon him, but I forget if it was an action or a bonus or okay.
Actually, how far away can I summon him? Let me think about this for a second.
Okay.
30 feet. Okay, actually, I'm gonna summon him. I'm gonna move myself to where I am now, and I'm gonna summon him.
And that does not, correct me if I'm wrong, count as casting a spell, does it?
No, it doesn't.
Okay.
Oh, the shadow died?
Huh?
The shadow died?
Yes, Lloyd killed the shadow.
Summon him there. His summoning forces the Minotaur skeleton to make a DC 15 saving throw.
On Dex?
Yes.
Okay. Hits. Or fails the saving throw.
Alright, so it takes 6 damage.
Okay.
Fire damage, of course.
2 fire users. Huh. Okay.
Then I'm going to hold on to my bonus action because it'll be more dramatic if I do it this way. Crispy is
Okay.
gonna fly over here now, and he's gonna teleport me and himself and Dowroc back this way.
Good lord.
Lloyd, I don't know if Lloyd would count as a willing
He would
creature.
not count as a willing. I'm going to say he does not count. Because he still looks very upset.
Yeah. Let me double check something real quick.
Little
Yeah,
some
so-
magic.
Yeah, it's that he does that, and then once we're a little further away. Actually, he could put. I'm gonna have him swap me and Dowroc's positions too. And then once we're a little safer, I'm
Thinking
gonna
about
use my bonus action, which will break my invisibility, but that's fine. To do a
Healing word.
Yeah, healing word. I'll do the big healing word on Dowroc. Give him 8 HP back.
What's the big, like, slot 2 or something?
Yeah.
Oh, gotcha.
I was like, I gotta stop doing that. It's just coughing on me. Laying down, cough.
And that's my turn.
Okay. It is the Centaur's turn. The Centaur is going to run straight at Lloyd.
Yeah, no offense to Lloyd, but I care about him less, so.
Ike. The Centaur crit fails, which I'll allow Lloyd to then just have an opportunity attack against him
Cool.
with his fire blade. So as he runs toward him, he basically just says no and slashes at him with that. Where's the... There it is. Lloyd gets a 22 to hit, so yep. And he does 13 fire damage to it.
Is it dead
So
yet?
as the centaur is running toward Lloyd, Lloyd, you see the flame blade that's in his hand. He slashes the centaur skeleton in half as it's running toward him,
Yeah.
and the 2 halves of it kind of go on either side of him and fall down to the ground
Neat.
as it dies. The Minotaur's turn. So the green one will attack. So I'll have that not count as a reaction, obviously, for the opportunity attack. I won't say that that's a reaction that he did. So the Minotaur is going to attack Lloyd with a great axe. And only get a 12, so he's going to miss. And the other one will charge straight at Lloyd. Attack with a great axe.
Dowroc would like to... Oh, I thought he was... Is he charging?
He's charging at Lloyd, yeah.
Yeah, he's gonna... Dowroc still rebarbs that.
Okay.
It's like, I'm still up, you son of a bitch.
Well, thankfully you did, because he would have gotten a 25 to hit.
Jeez.
So he instead misses. Who are you giving your...
Lloyd.
Okay. Alright. It is Dowrock's turn.
Dark, pretty. He's getting a little frustrated. These minotaurs. I mean, it's close to mind flare angry, but not quite there. Let's see. Which one was the one that was it? The yellow one or the green one? I forgot. The yellow one was back there. So
The
he's
yellow
definitely
one was the one that was fighting.
he's definitely shooting the green right in the face.
Okay.
Nice. Nice.
Oh,
12. Okay.
And then
He is bloody.
actually, I can shoot him again. Oh, that's
Did you
my.
mean-
Oh,
Yeah,
I
you
meant-
rolled. The second one you rolled was the battle fist. So,
Oh, not fair.
I mean, you still hit. So,
8 points of damage.
okay.
Always forget I have double attack. Okay.
All right.
That's it because Igo is down and it takes a minute to revive him, so.
Okay. So Lloyd's turn. So Lloyd does a flame blade against the yellow minotaur. 19, which hits. And he does 11 damage to it.
Did you want to roll the advantage or is that with advantage?
Oh, whoops. Actually, no, I did not. Let me roll again. Alright. Not a crit, but still hit, so. And then he will quickening spell, burning hands, and cast it at both of the minotaurs that are in front of him. So, unless they get a really good save, they're going to get hit. Yep, they failed. So,
Are they dead?
they each take 23 fire damage.
Jesus.
Jesus.
One of them's dead, or both of them's dead. Okay.
Where
Yeah, Rocky's gonna pat Johan on the back. Thank you so
Yeah.
much.
It's don't mention it, man.
That Minotaur has just been slammed by them twice so far. It's just not a good feeling every time.
I can imagine. That's why when I saw their horns, I decided to run up to them instead of them run up to me. Wasn't exactly my best plan.
Yeah. Thank you, Lloyd, for.
he's still there. I didn't mean to delete him.
Thank you, Lloyd. Without you, this would have been even more of a tragedy.
I'm
I believe.
gonna cure wounds myself while we're standing here, just because
You
I'm
also,
not feeling great.
You also can do a short rest.
All right, cool.
Dowroc is going up to Igo and spending a spell slot to bring him back.
Okay. So as you are doing this, actually, let me go ahead and do Lloyd's short rest before I forget. Short rest.
I love it. This brings him back to full, which is crazy.
Okay, there we go. All right.
I guess back. Yeah, okay.
Second D8 is spinning. Woo! It was spinning. It was like a top. Good thing is like one of them was max D8, so back up to it's standing again.
All right. So as you guys are kind of relaxing, kind of recovering, from your wounds a little bit.
Yeah. Go ahead.
So you notice that in this room specifically, so when you entered, there was the walkway that you came in, and there was one walkway on the left side of the room.
Mhm.
So as you are kind of resting, you hear noises coming from that hallway.
Which one?
The one that you didn't come in.
Okay. There's
The
only two
left
back.
side. There's only two right now, so like over here is the other, because you came in on the left side, This is the hallway. So you kind of hear noises coming from that way.
Oh,
And, huh?
I was just asking if those pikes are still... Are they usable? Or are they spears? Or are they pikes? Or...
So they're pikes, but they're kind of damaged a little bit. So you might be able to grab like remains of it, but maybe not an actual pike. So because they were very crispied during Lloyd's onslaught of fire.
Yeah.
I'm guessing the battle axes are killed too.
Yes, the great axes are destroyed. They are disintegrated.
Yeah.
So, so you hear noises from the north. As Johan kind of looks toward the hallway, he does not seem very worried about the noises because through the shadows runs Todd.
Hey, buddy.
Todd just runs Igo too.
And following him, you see Zack kind of appear from the hallway as well.
Zack.
Yeah, we could have used your help a couple minutes ago.
Zack, we didn't kill you, thank God.
What are you talking about?
He's convinced that one of the monsters we fought was you transformed into something else. It's
wow, thanks, Dowroc.
It's been
I'm glad to know what you think of me.
Been pretty amusing, actually.
It looked. I could have swore it looked just like your form. It's like you see him just if you shadow go walk over the shadows and you'll get we'll get it anyway.
I am not going to walk over the shadows to entertain that crazy idea.
Frankly, though, we would have been out of luck in that last fight if it weren't for our companion here, and I kind of step aside.
So as you step aside, Lloyd kind of walks up to Zack. They kind of look at each other for a moment. Zack outreaches his hand. He says, "Well, I thank you for helping him. My name is Zack." And Lloyd kind of looks at him, shakes his hand, and he says, "Good to meet you. My name is Lloyd." And that's really all they say to each other at the moment.
Hey, Zack, I drank that potion of growth.
Yeah.
You know those minotaurs? Did you come across those?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Todd and I thankfully were able to take it down, so...
Yeah, I grew 10 feet. I was 10 feet tall, and I shoved one down and killed it.
That's pretty cool. I'm surprised, just thankfully when you drank the potion, it didn't just bring you up to, my size.
You're not 10 feet. Yeah,
Yeah, but you enlarge with the potion. You're a little shorter than the rest of us, so maybe you would enlarge to normal size.
Right, I'm gonna come over here and I'm gonna take Zack aside and I'm gonna say we should compare notes about this place. And kind of lead you over here.
Okay.
I want to see if there's something left by the ghost.
Okay.
Good idea.
See if I can do investigation.
Todd's gonna go find a big minotaur bone and start chewing on it.
Okay.
Go over here.
I assume him and Igo are probably going to go off together.
Yeah. I'm still telling Crispy to kind of act on his own because
I get chewing on the remains of the metal pike, the spear, and the great axe.
I'm still telling Crispy to kind of act on his own because he looks like a phoenix. There's a chance. I still don't want Lloyd to know that I have more power than I do. So maybe he just came back to life naturally because he's a phoenix. Who knows?
He is a phoenix, so I would assume that would be the assumption is that it's a phoenix. He can just come back.
So I lead Zack over to the side. I'm like, what have you encountered since we came in here?
He says, well, mostly I dropped in with Todd, thankfully. We were together when we dropped in, but we fought a couple of centaur things and some minotaurs, and the last room that I was in had this shadow creature that I'm assuming is what Dowroc was saying with me for some reason.
Well, it does have sort of that barrel-chested shape to it.
He said, "Yep, that's all I found." Because when I jumped down after you, I appeared in some little small room, and that's really it. I mean, I've made it through 2 rooms so far, and then I stumbled upon here. But every time I beat everybody in the room, a door seems to open, like the walls seem to almost vanish, and so I don't really know what's going on other than it might be a test or something in order to get maybe to the center of the wishing well.
That's my guess as well. It seems like the direction we go matters less than the fact that we're willing to go forward.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like every time I beat one, usually only one door kind of appears in its place, so I would assume it's always moving forward, so...
And I don't know if you... I'll speak kind of low. I don't know if you recognized him, but that Lloyd is definitely the one who jumped in here ahead of us.
And he kind of looks over your shoulder and looks at him. He's like, no, I definitely could notice because of his cloak. I paid particular attention when he jumped in. Has he told you anything, or...?
He's given us very little about himself. We know he's a fire mage. I'm assuming a sorcerer. And he says that he suffered a loss that he wants to fix with the wish from the well. I don't know yet how many wishes the well gives, but he could be a potential rival. He's also, from what I've been able to tell, significantly more powerful than us.
You said he's a fire user.
Yeah.
It's kind of weird. Most of the fire users that I've met have... I mean, you're the first fire user I've met in a long time, so it's kind of weird to bump into a second fire user.
Yeah, I had a similar thought, especially considering the abilities of the thing that we're chasing right now. But so far...
Do you think he could be associated with somebody that you're chasing?
I was worried for a second that he was associated with the people who are after those masks. That he could even be the one that we saw in the cave. But so far I haven't seen any indication of his flames being any other color than regular flames, so I'm not sure. I'm probably just being paranoid. I have been careful.
It's better to be paranoid.
Yeah, it keeps you alive. I've been careful to hide the fact that I have abilities over fire as well. I don't want him to know my full strength in case we do end up having to fight him. But
no, that's a good point.
I meant it though. We wouldn't have made it through this last chamber without him. He seems to have slight anger issues, but that ended up working to our benefit.
Why do you say he had anger issues? What did he do?
He got particularly frustrated at one point and just unleashed a lot of his power at once.
Huh.
I certainly hope I don't ever end up on the other end of that, but it had its uses in the moment.
Well, if he does become an issue, there's at least a handful of us over him. So hopefully, worst case scenario, we'll have numbers to our advantage.
Yeah, I hope I'm wrong. I really do. But
so as you're talking, the hallway that Zack and Todd came out of fades away, as well as the passage that you guys came out of fades away, and one on the east side or the right, yeah. There's a passageway that opens up where the wall slightly fades.
All right, so I'll kind of step into the center, and I'm like, all right, so if we're right about how this works, then
and then
if this is a test, then
Awesome.
I think we can assume at this point that that's our invitation forward.
And then as he's finishes saying that, a door to the bottom opens up as well.
Oh, well, then forget that.
As we're spending our resting time, Dowroc, for the investigation, Dowroc is going to talk to Lloyd a little bit.
Okay.
So, when did you come about your powers? I know that where I come from, like, that I've noticed is the fire spells, and where I come from, that is probably really invaluable to my kind.
And he kind of like looks down at his hand, and he's just like,
you would be really welcome in the forges there.
he kind of looks down in his hand, like, and he's just like, as long as I can remember, I've had powers like this. So I don't know. I don't remember. It's something I kind of remember them since I was born. So I don't really know how I did it. I've been training with different people in order to try to maximize my firepower, but I think I was born with it. I don't know. It's kind of odd.
While they're having their conversation, I'm gonna move to the first opening. I'm gonna summon unkindness and send him down that way to scout ahead. Like he won't be able to see, but he'll be able to hear stuff. And if he comes to a room with monsters, he'll get attacked. So like I figure it'll be all right.
Okay.
Dowroc's top thing. Well, I was taught by my teacher to feel the elements in the air and just wind up being able to see the equations and
Actually, I have an idea. It might work.
just with tinkering and just experimentations, I was able to harness them. And so, just curious about the outside world. I haven't been out of Corwood and it's my first time out of Corwood, so I was just wondering what the rest of the world thought of Corwood. If you've heard any stories or anything like that.
He's just kind of like, I haven't heard it too much. I'm originally from the north quite ways, and I've heard of Corwood, of course, but I've never been there or heard anything negative really about them. So I have heard of their forges being quite spectacular, though. I mean, you can only expect that from dwarves. So
Before I send unkindness ahead, actually, I'm going to kind of wander over here. I'm going to pick up a rock off the floor. I'm going to toss it to Dowroc, and I'm going to say, hey, can you put a light on this for me?
Oh, okay. Easily done. It's going to smash. This is probably, let's see. Yeah, it hits him. It doesn't.
Oh, well.
Yeah,
you have to roll to do the. Oh,
no,
I mean,
I'll just
you're
roll a
just
dex check just to
Oh.
see if I can catch the rock.
Okay. Gotcha.
As he's talking to Lloyd, no, he doesn't. He's distracted by talking to Lloyd. Yeah, he lights the rock back and throws it back.
All right, I'll give that to unkindness to hold in his little claws before he heads ahead, so I can actually see.
5 feet. Yeah, ahead.
So as unkindness is flying, so your intentions, right? Let me make sure is to have unkindness fly, who can see now 5 feet with light.
Yeah, I just want to try to determine if there's any noteworthy difference between the two paths.
Okay. So as unkindness is flying down, it can go 100 feet, correct?
Yeah.
So as it gets like 30, 40 feet, it does, or because you're perceiving through unkindness?
Yeah.
Okay, so you fly into what you can tell is another room that looks just like the one you were in, and it has a very similar monster layout as what you fought before.
All right, the second that happens, I'll dimension pocket unkindness back to me.
Okay.
And make my way over to the other door now and do the same thing.
Okay. So as unkindness is flying, about 30 or 40 feet in, you come to a room ever so similar to the one you're in, with a very similar monster layout in this direction as well.
I'll call him back again.
Is this like a cave, or is it just like,
Huh?
Does this place look like it's been cut out, or is it just like cave looking?
Wait, are you talking about like the entire cave, or are you talking about the...
Like this room here, does it look like it's been cut out, or is it just more of a cave? Like if it's been tooled, like any tool marks?
Oh, gotcha. No, it just looks like a cave.
Okay.
No marks or anything.
All right, I'll be right back.
Lloyd
I need to run and do something real fast.
Okay.
It's like, well, it's we could think it's all dwarves, but we have all races there that are like smiths too. It's just everyone thinks it's Corwood because it's the king of the king is a dwarf. But yes, there is majority is dwarves, but there are
No, I didn't know you had
there
a
are races that are yeah yeah.
What are the other races that kind of live there?
Goliaths, we got bugbears, we got we haven't seen them in a while, but some we've heard rumors that elves also live there. I haven't seen any personally, but
Yeah, I've never actually seen an elf either. I know that they kind of started going missing a long time ago, and the ones that remained, from what I've heard, have went into hiding, so I've never met one.
yeah, we got half orcs, you know, just it's mainly the alliances that are there. I can't remember most of the. Can't put up my finger on the other ones. I didn't really spend too much time out in the forges. I was mostly in my workroom.
What exactly did you say you did there?
Oh, I just spent time to myself after my my accident. I've just spent a lot of time with my teacher discovering myself, I guess,
Oh,
and getting over mental
what's
issues.
your what's Zach's kind of also like near you, so you're all part of the conversation. He's like, so what? This is Lloyd still talking.
Oh,
So what did you do in Corwood? Like, what did your teacher do?
she was mainly just a recluse. Mainly, she just come and actually one of the main reasons I was able to even meet with her is because I won a boon off of her on a mechanics fair, you would say. I was able to learn from her. She isn't very a people person, so she would come down because only due to the favor she owed to me.
Oh,
And she would spend that time teaching me, and she spent more time than I probably think she would have ever spent with somebody. So,
why was she so recluse about everybody?
I don't know. She just said that people aren't what they seem. More people were boring, she would say. They were just
What kind of, if you don't mind me asking, what kind of race was she?
she was dragonborn.
Oh, yeah, I guess maybe that could put her off from most other humanoids.
Yeah, she was. She didn't really have the talent that I did, but she taught. She would just show me through art forms. Like I was almost a dance, but not. She's very, very strong person. Like I felt like she wasn't showing me everything she could do.
Oh, maybe like she's holding back or something.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Her name is Lady Mara. That's all
Mara?
she. Yeah, Lady Mara. That's all that she told me.
Huh. I've never heard of her. I mean, not that I, would be expected to, but.
All right, what are we talking about?
Lloyd and Dowroc are just kind of chatting about Corwood and Dowroc's teacher and stuff.
All right, so did I notice in either of the rooms what other exits they had?
They each had one exit in each room.
And these were definitely different rooms?
Yes, they were different rooms.
Okay. So and there's no difference to the passageways this time either, I would imagine, right?
Correct.
All right, so trying to remember. There hasn't really been much of a pattern to Which direction we've been going either.
Did Dowroc find anything within the ghosts where the ghost died? But
He
the
did
20
not. The ghost just kind of had vanished. So he did not find anything.
Going south from here would kind of start leading us back in the direction that Johan originally came from, but like I don't think that matters because these pathways are magical. So I say I can't discern any difference between the two paths. There's enemies at both ends. I don't recommend splitting up. We're definitely stronger together.
Agreed. Definitely stronger.
But so I guess it comes down to our best guess.
where we think the center is.
We have east and we have south. And I don't know if there's any way to know which direction each one actually goes, because for all we know, each of these passageways could be a portal of some kind.
Well, it's like what you've said. They're magical passages, so we don't know. Just going south doesn't mean we're going south.
So how do we want to do this? Do we want to vote, or should we draw lots, or should we just pick at random?
Dowroc, what do you think?
Say we flip a coin.
Okay. Well,
If you know where we're going, all
right, let's say heads is east.
Yeah. Guess this D6 is.
I got it. I got an actual coin.
Oh.
We are going east.
all right.
And I'll kind of
So,
I'll kind of motion Todd with me. Crispy's gonna fly ahead, keep the path lit, but I guess we don't really need him to anymore because we have the lit up rock, which is fine.
Okay. So as Crispy, Johan, and Todd enter the hallway, we'll say Dowroc.
Dowroc's slower right now. He doesn't have his boots into.
So as you guys were walking, Johan, Todd walks in, Dowroc walks in the hallway, and as Igo steps up, he almost hits something like an invisible wall.
Oh.
Zack walks up and tries to put his hand out, and he can't push past a certain point of the entrance of the hallway.
Can Dowroc go back?
So Dowroc coming back, he walks back into the room, and as he does this, Igo goes through as he is trying to push.
Yeah, so I'll walk back into. That's interesting.
Okay.
It seems like it doesn't want to let more than 4 of us go at a time. So
5, including Todd.
Todd was in there, yeah.
So I'm gonna recommend we try the same thing in the southern passage too, and see if the rules are the same both ways.
Okay. So as you guys make your way to the southern passage, the same group I assume goes first.
Yeah.
Johan, Todd, Crispy, and so y'all pass through, and Igo being the next one after Dowroc enters. Igo hits a wall and cannot seem to go through. And Zack tries again, Lloyd tries it, and nothing seems to be allowing them to move on. In curiosity, Zack walks over to the other side and steps through, and it allows him to step into that hallway. So he steps back through and walks back toward you and says, it looks like we can kind of go, but for some reason, yeah, it only seems to be letting a certain number of us through either hallway.
Interesting. I don't particularly love that. We could try using teleportation to get us through one of these invisible walls, but if this is a test, I don't know that cheating at the test would really paint us in a very good light.
Agreed. I also don't know who knows what would happen, if we try to, quote, cheat the system. because maybe it's all about a certain, being worthy or passing said test. So I don't know. We can try to teleport, but we have the chance of upsetting whoever the hell put this wishing well together.
All right, then I think we need for lack of a better term, pick teams and split up. Unfortunately, maybe that would end up giving us our best chance at reaching the center of this place anyway.
I don't like the idea of splitting up, especially since the fight we just had.
I don't like it either. It reeks of a bad idea. We've just met up again, but I don't see that we have a choice. And unfortunately, I have an animal companion, and this bird seems to be intent on following me as well. So that's 3 people immediately. So I can only take one other person with me. So it would have to be either Zack or Lloyd, since Dowroc and Igo are a pair. If I decide to take anyone with me at all to begin with.
True, but if the creatures that were at the end of the hallways were similar to the ones we just fought, both teams need to kind of have a good amount of firepower behind them. So I would recommend at least somebody else, but I don't know what your plan is for that.
All right, well, let's think about this for a second. Todd can draw enemy attention. He's pretty good at that. So it wouldn't be the worst idea for me to pair up with somebody else who is distant and mobile. Meanwhile, Igo has the ability to deflect melee attacks, so he would be best paired with someone who fights in close quarters. I think the best party makeup would probably be that underpowers one side pretty heavily, though. Wish I could justify sending Crispy off with the other team, but I don't think I could do that. It would also really cut down on their mobility.
Are you DM question? Are you saying no to just curious? Saying no to Crispy just as a role playing perspective of he wouldn't leave? Or is there like an actual thing?
Well,
mechanic that's
just
he's not supposed to.
From a role play perspective, I don't want to give him a command in the first place, right?
Right. Okay.
But also I don't know. I mean, I guess because my initial thought was Johan and Lloyd, and then Zack and Dowroc. Because Zack and Igo's abilities in close quarters kind of supplement each other pretty well. And then Dowroc could take shots from behind. But I mean,
the thing about Dowroc is that he's kind of both really at the moment, because he's got his battle fist now too, so he can be a physical or a ranged kind of individual.
Yeah, we could also send Lloyd with Dowroc and Igo could cover Dowroc when he's at melee, because Lloyd is just so much more powerful. He's going to imbalance whatever team he's on. I don't know. Do you guys have any thoughts?
Dowroc, anything?
It's like that. I think I can go with that. Sounds more reasonable.
Which one? Which team makeup?
Like what was he initially thinking?
He was initially thinking Zack's, Dowroc, and Igo, and then Lloyd, Johan, Todd, and Crispy.
And okay. Johan would also want to keep an eye on Lloyd, I think. That's the reason why I'm leaning towards that one.
That kind of looks strange. Like, well, sounds good to me.
Sounds good.
But
sounds like a good plan.
Yeah, that way we'd have because
Scabby, right?
Because Zack has a little bit of healing too, right? So
he does.
So
he has.
That would.
He has a little bit, not a lot, but yeah, a little bit. He has lay on hands mainly.
That would keep some healing on both teams too. Yeah, I think that might be our best option.
As a Also, as another thing, when unkindness went in to either room, the monster makeup is slightly different in each room, but still pretty much the creatures that you saw. So in one room, so the east room, the right room, however you want to say it, you noticed a more abundance of minotaurs, while the south room you notice a more abundance of centaurs
Okay.
and shadows. So, not saying that there's a bunch of either in either room, but the majority of a monster in those rooms. To the right are minotaur, to the south is centaur.
I will say I will relay that. That
taking the lead.
presents other problems though, because whoever goes against the minotaurs, they're gonna have to get right up close. Like that's just to avoid being gored. That's just what has to happen.
Well, Zack kind of looks over at Dowroc and he's like, I think it might be a good idea for us to go on the minotaur route, since all three of us can be kind of up close and personal
Yeah.
more often than at least you two. From what I've heard, at least Lloyd shoots more at range than anything.
Yeah, I agree. I think Dowroc, if you stick to using your battle fist, that should break them apart pretty quickly. You just have to try to get to them before they can get to you, and rely on Igo to help protect you.
Yeah.
That's true, because I don't know if you guys noticed in your travels, but it does seem like bludgeoning seems to do extra damage to these things.
And splits their bones right apart.
Which, Nick, the battle fist, does that do bludgeoning?
Yeah, it's a bludgeoning.
Okay. Yeah, okay.
I also recommend that since we know what's coming this time, we prepare any abilities that would assist us ahead of time. Didn't I add something that would help?
You did protection from good and evil.
Yeah, so
evil and good.
I'm gonna.
You had mentioned that the other day, so.
1 second.
Okay.
Okay, so yeah, my best option then would probably be to put that on Lloyd if we're gonna be walking together, and then Lloyd could come and he could enter the chamber blasting, and then once his initial blast is done, I can try to ensnare whatever's left.
True.
So like I'll be going over all this out loud as I'm thinking. Can I do? Hold on a second. Yeah, I could put it on one of you guys too, even though we're splitting up. I just have to be in touch range and I have to maintain concentration. That's actually pretty good.
Whenever Dowroc gets back.
Yeah.
I forget what Dowroc's AC is. I mean, I could just look it up.
Yeah. And we are
16.
We are of course. Yeah. Okay. We are of course making an assumption that these creatures are undead, but I think that's a pretty safe assumption.
Oh, I would agree.
I mean, even if they're not, like they're what are the chances are that they aren't one of the other things too? All right.
Yes.
So before we go, I'm gonna come over here and I'm gonna cast protection from evil and good on Dowroc. So
The undead creatures get disadvantage on their attack rolls against them,
as long as I
providing that Johan maintains concentration on it.
yeah, which means I won't be able to entangle, but I have other abilities I can use.
What's Igo's AC?
15.
Zack is going to cast Shield of Faith on him.
Well,
So he gets a +2 bonus as long as Zack is concentrating, so Igo gets a +2 to his AC.
Dowroc is like, Dowroc puts his metal arm in while Johan and Zack are doing that. He puts his metal arm in the center.
I'll
Do it.
put my arm in too.
Are you doing a cowabunga moment?
Yeah, it's like just maybe he's he's gonna close his eyes and
Zack puts his hand in as well.
may the Night Mother have us meeting once again. And then he's gonna go. We can do it.
Amen.
Zack says hopefully so sooner rather than later. Amen.
All right. Lloyd, if you don't mind taking point, just so that as soon as we're through the door, you can fire off one of your blasts. It would be appreciated, assuming that you have the magic for any left.
And he kind of just, oh yeah, and he kind of just throws a fireball kind of up in his, like a small ball of fire, not a fireball.
Yeah.
But he's like, yeah, I still have plenty of magic left, so it's not a problem.
All right, and I guess we're going.
All right, see you on the other side. And you guys walk into your respective hallways. And
I go standing in front. I go is kind of like here,
okay,
just in case the Minotaurs get funny ideas. Dowroc's gonna send Igo to you can take the brunt of it.
so he's going in first, is what you're saying?
Yeah, he's going in first. Just to
Okay.
if they get any kind of like funny ideas with Zack, going after Zack, he can deflect it, and then Dowroc's gonna keep back in the rear just because he's hurting still.
Wait, how much HP does Dowroc have left?
Well, it's 27 from after the short rest, but it's still he knows he knows the gore.
What? How much max HP does Dowroc have?
38.
38.
Yeah.
Well, Zack will do a What's the? I goes at full, right? Full health.
Yeah.
So Zack will do lay on hands on Dowroc.
Okay.
Would you prefer not to?
I mean, you don't have to. It's just, I don't know if it's just Zack's character to do that.
Oh yeah, no. Zack will cast lay on. So what? You need 12 to fully heal.
11.
11. All right. He will.
As we're
He'll use 11.
as we approach the entryway into the next chamber, I'm also going to go ahead and activate my armor just to get it out of the way.
Okay.
Oh, good. It's one of those assholes again.
All the colors. Okay. All right. So, as you guys walk into the room, so you'll notice it's a tad smaller than, technically what the last room you went in was. Well, actually, wait a minute. Technically speaking, imagine Johan, Lloyd, and all them came in from the north, but instead of swapping them,
Yeah, that's fine.
that's just how they came in. So you see that as you enter each room. Lloyd already also does a flame blade in his hand before he enters the room as well.
Okay, cool.
So he's already got that. Let me cast flame blade. Okay. All right. So as we come in, roll initiative.
Does Lloyd get his fireball off yet, or are we waiting? Oh, I got a 6. Cool. I'm gonna waste my inspiration to re-roll that and it really was a waste. All right, cool. Good to know.
You got a 5. Okay.
Okay. We got a 7.
Lloyd got 24.
Cool.
What'd you get, Dowroc? 7?
7.
7, which 7's Igo. Zack gets a 6. Ooh, low rolls on our side. Woo.
Lord.
6. And Crispy is 6. So, all right.
Roll all one, Jeremy. Roll all one. For the bad guys, we're just roll all ones.
Maybe.
It'd
Let's
be
see.
nice.
It's got to load. There we go. Well, the Minotaurs did not get 1. So
Cool.
the Centaurs also did not get 1.
They got negative.
And the Shadows, they got the highest of the monster rolls.
God.
Great.
Ooh, that's yeah. Okay. All right. So the turn order shall be Lloyd is first.
Cool.
Lloyd's already pops a fireball in his hand and shoots it right in the middle to hit all 4 of them.
All right, cool.
Where's fireball? There's fireball. Cast. So as he cast it, they all need to make a save, and they all fail their saves.
That's good at least.
Ultimately,
They all take 31 fire damage.
That's what I like to hear.
You might not die.
So as the damage hits everybody,
Dowroc.
every single enemy is bloodied.
Good.
Dowroc's not entering with his gun.
Okay.
He has his screwdriver out in his right hand.
Lloyd then runs up and... Is this each creature? It is each creature, okay. Actually, Lloyd's gonna move... Right... Well, actually, I guess I'll just go over here. He'll go over here, do quickening magic, and use burning hands on the 2 other centaur skeletons.
Okay.
So, cast. The centaurs, again, fail. They each take +1/+1. They each take 14 damage.
Well, shit. All right, cool.
Fireball.
Jeez.
And that's Lloyd's turn.
Well, I would hope so, frankly.
It is now the Minotaur's turns.
Johan's like, I picked the right team. He's like, I picked the right team, or did I?
So, the Minotaurs, I'm just going to move all of them at once because they're all going to pretty much do the same things.
Oh my god.
All right.
Jesus Christ.
So the orange Minotaur at top is going to charging attack against Zack.
Oh crap, Sentinel tenses each other out.
For each other, yes. But now if Igo gets targeted, you can attack somebody. So the orange Minotaur is going to attack with his gore attack against Zack and get a 24 to hit. Zack on as a reaction. Oh no! Even with a shield, it only brings me to 24. Oh, you can't use you can't use that either. Yep, that's a hit then for quite a bit. So Zack takes a total of 22 piercing damage, and then he makes a strength saving throw and succeeds, so he does not get pushed or pruned or anything. All right. The next Minotaur, the blue one, is attacking Igo. He is also hitting him with a gore attack, getting a 20 total to hit. Oh, hold on. And Zack makes a Constitution saving check. Gets a 9, which unfortunately breaks Shield of Faith's concentration on Igo.
Oh, cool.
But the Minotaur would have hit anyway, so the Minotaur slams into Igo, hits it for... Oh wait, no, 19 to hit.
Yeah.
But only does 7 piercing damage. Oh no, sorry, 7 plus 13 total piercing damage.
Is that something you guys can sentinel against?
No.
No, because we're not adjacent. We have to... The green one,
Okay.
if he attacks Igo, he can sentinel.
Yeah.
Or if the Minotaur attacks Dowroc, Igo can deflecting blast.
I could deflecting blast.
Oh, could you have deflected Zack technically?
Yeah, because he's 5 feet. It's 5 feet.
Oh, I thought Igo also had to be in 5 feet of the guy. Okay.
Well, it's allies, friendly characters.
Oh, okay. I thought it was you had to be in 5 feet of both.
Oh.
Okay. Good.
And Dowroc has disadvantage, has that good and evil anyway, so it's disadvantage roll.
Yep. So the Minotaur is going to attack Dowroc with disadvantage.
I should have done that.
So, disadvantage.
D20s.
16.
Oh my god.
What?
Shield.
Oh, 16's your AC, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I have no spell slots left.
All right.
I mean, they're all right next to you, and they take extra damage from bludgeoning, so maybe you guys can, like, just kill them immediately?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, that's good. Well, let's see what happens here.
All right. Next up, the shadows go.
Is this all wall right here?
Yeah, that's a wall. Like, you can't...
I can't move past that wall. I can't shimmy around to get flanking.
Oh, I see. Yeah, you can shimmy around them.
Okay.
Heck, you can technically speaking, you can like run through its legs. It's a large creature. You just can't end your movement on his square.
Yeah, it's a large creature, and Dowroc's a little guy, so...
Right. So...
Well, a medium creature.
All right. So the shadows go. So the first, the
Average
black,
height. Average height.
the black shadow moves to Lloyd and used maddening touch on him
Great.
Oh no.
and gets an 11 and misses.
Whew.
The other shadow
Oh, yeah, the other shadow.
go here,
Oh, he's gonna do that stupid thing.
and he's gonna do that stupid thing. He's going to use Whispers of Compulsion, which he can only target Zack and Dowroc with. So make a Wisdom saving throw.
Roll high, man. Hold on, let me check something.
Oh my god.
Hold on, let me check something.
I don't believe the protection does...
What is the
or-
compulsion thing say exactly?
The compulsion thing says the allied, or this shadow chooses 3 creatures it can see. Each target must succeed on a DC Wisdom saving throw, or blah.
No, like keywords, right?
No, doesn't anything about charm, nothing
Okay,
like
well,
that.
that's a shame.
Yeah, it is.
All right, so Zack saves successfully from it, but Dowroc, however, takes 11 psychic damage, and is forced to use his reaction to melee hit Zack. Actually, you can't. You're not going to use your reaction because you use shield.
Oh, okay, yeah.
You've already used your reaction, so you actually don't have to
I
attack.
rolled a 5 too.
Oh, okay, so that
His
works
heart,
as
his
well.
heart just wasn't in it.
Yeah. Oh, I missed. Oh no. All right, so that goes the shadows' turns.
Thing I use shield.
It is Dowroc's turn.
Is it like it's one-time thing, and I just realized I just attempt to punch?
Yeah, it's not you're not charmed or anything like that. It's not a continuous effect.
Well, I am just double downing on this green centaur with my battle fist. So
That definitely hit.
Crit would be really nice right now.
You said you're hitting the green one?
yeah.
Okay.
That'd be what, like 36 damage then or something?
Oh, I should have. That's what I was gonna do. Sorry.
That's fine. Did you get it the advantage shot or punch?
Yeah. That's what I'm checking now. Oh, one of those is a crit,
Okay.
and the other one is just 16. So it's the same damage. Just the one of those is a crit. I guess I roll additional.
That's 16 on the crit, or
No, that was the hit. I was just rolling the second hit dice.
gotcha.
The other one was a 3d6, so it would be add 3 damage to.
So how much total damage is the green one taking?
50,
Um,
50,
What's the base?
54 with the extra damage.
Okay. Surprise! The green one is bloody.
I go if I'm right about
Go ahead.
my HP calculations, I go might be able to kill it.
Possibly.
Yeah.
Let's see. He doesn't do bludgeoning. He does force damage.
Yeah, but still.
I go going to attack. Let's see if I get the crit. No. I go just does.
Definitely hits at least.
Yep, definitely hits.
9 points of damage.
Okay. He is not dead yet.
Okay.
Okay. Alrighty. That was fun. Alright. It is Zack's turn. Zack is going to go to the orange one. He's going to move up one. He is going to bonus action Hexblade's Curse on the orange. And he is just going to strike the orange one. Or attempt to with a sword. 23 to hit, which hits. Oh, Booming Blade, sorry. Booming Blade to hit. Until I get extra attack, I'm just always going to use Booming just to do the extra.
Yeah, I don't see any reason not to, frankly.
That ends Zack's turn. So at that, it rolls to Johan.
Finally.
Johan's actually the last character in move.
Did the centaur go?
The opposite of usual. Oh, the centaur did not go.
Yeah,
No, sorry.
I'm sorry I reminded
Yeah, the
you.
centaur did.
Runs
Sorry.
away.
Whoops.
Centaur runs away.
So the centaur goes here and attempts to charge hit. He gets a 21 to hit Lloyd, who does a shield spell to stop it. And then he'll attempt to use a hose, but I mean,
Yeah.
once he crits... Oh, hey, look, crit.
Oh, cool.
Oh my god.
Great.
That's kind of funny. Alright. He does 18 bludgeoning damage to Lloyd.
Now,
I keep forgetting there's that managed dice selection I can do.
yeah.
Oh, the
Alright, well,
18 damage. Okay, sorry, now it's...
yeah,
turn.
so, Johan is going to... how do I want to play this exactly? He's going to bonus action cast Shillelagh, and he's going to move up to here, but he's going to hold off attacking until Todd can run up and do his charge attack
Okay.
and attack the shadow. He misses horribly.
Okay.
Cool. Great. Damn it. Johan will attack with his...
Shillelagh.
Yeah, with his shillelagh. Like, I don't see any better option at this point. And get an 11 to hit.
That does not hit.
Yeah, and then Crispy will fly up. And, actually, where did he start? He'll go there. And he will teleport them away. And also the shadow has to make a DC 15 Dex saving throw.
He fails the saving throw.
Hey, finally, God. And he takes 8 fire damage, so 4 fire damage.
Okay.
Cool. That was awesome turn.
Okay.
Glad I'm pulling my weight.
It is Lloyd's turn. So Lloyd puts up his left hand and shoots a burning hands at the 2 creatures in front of him. So first off, and the second, they both fail their saves, and they both take 10 damage. They both die.
Alright, so I'll kind of wander over to Lloyd, and I'm like, no offense, Lloyd, but I almost feel like it would have been safer for us as a group if you somehow could have gone ahead on your own.
And he says, yeah, I guess I could have, but hopefully the others are doing just as well.
Yeah, I hope so.
Meanwhile, 1,000 miles away.
Hopefully they're doing as well as you did. Let's put it that way.
We're all gonna die.
Meanwhile,
right,
thousands of
going back
miles
over.
away.
Going back over to them, it is the Minotaur's turns. Alright, first up, we're going to do the orange Minotaur, who's going to attack Zack.
Reflecting.
Okay.
At least I didn't get hit, so my concentration on protection's still going.
18, which misses Zack. Blue. I'm gonna roll a. Is going to attack Igo.
Cool.
And nope, this one. He is going to get a 23 to hit Igo though. Which does 15 slashing damage. But as a response, Zack will use a sentinel to attack the Minotaur.
Well, he's still up.
Zack is going to get a critical hit.
Ooh.
Smite.
And he will smite as well. So first off, he does only 9 damage, but he smites for double. Nope, not that one. Yeah. Oh, why did I did not roll initiative. Okay. Right. And he does an additional 16 damage.
Cool.
So that was a total of 25 damage to the blue. So 42. Make sure I don't have any other... Yeah, no, I don't. Okay. Alright, the green one is going to also attack Igo.
Oh.
And where's he? Great axe and get a 15 to hit. So he doesn't have the +2, so...
What's minimum damage?
Huh?
What's minimum damage?
Well, he does 11 slashing.
I guess that.
Okay. But that... Yep. Okay. And that ends the Minotaur's turns. It is the Shadow turn now.
Cool.
Here we go.
The Shadow is going to use Howling Babble. This is where we make wisdom saving throws yet again.
Roll high, guys. Come on.
Nope.
Ooh, that's that could be better. So we each take 16 psychic damage.
Dowroc's down.
Zack has 10 HP left.
That's not good. That's not good at all.
And he's
And
stunned.
Zack is stunned for the turn.
That
No,
is so-
thankfully,
that is so-
Zack's turn is next, so that way he can be unstunned when they go. Alright, so
Yeah,
it is
but
now
like-
their turn. Alright.
All right. So,
So-
while all this is happening, does the layout of our room change?
Yes, the hallway that you went in disappears, and one appears to your right.
That's unfortunate. I was hoping maybe we could like double back and sneak into the other room or something, but that's not gonna happen now. I ask Lloyd if he needs a rest.
Lloyd said that's probably a good idea.
All right. And yeah, I guess we're taking a rest. I mean, I could go with one. I'm still not at full health either.
Alright, so back to Zack versus 3 Minotaurs and a Shadow. Alright. So, Orange Minotaur attacks. 11, which misses. Blue. It's a 19, which Zack will trigger a shield spell to block it. The green one is going to move... I mean, if I goes down, couldn't he move over top of him?
Yeah, that should be fine.
Nope.
I go smaller
I'm
than him anyway.
Yeah, so he'll move above him. Great Axe, 11, which misses. And the Shadow is going to fly and land here. And then he is going to
Just
maddening touch.
Just like
And
they got him in the corner and they're just kicking him.
So thankfully they all missed their attacks, however. So
Oh, dear Lord.
all right. Well, because of the one hit, but he shielded.
Yeah,
And so thanks to that shield.
I'm glad Zack's OP. That's very helpful for us.
It's my turn.
It is Dowroc's turn. Yes.
Come on. No.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Zack's turn. Zack, as I guess nobody would notice. I guess Dowroc is Dowroc technically unconscious when they're making death saving throws, or is he kind of just like holding on for dear life?
He's probably outer.
I mean, like if he sees something happening, would he notice it?
No.
Oh, okay. So for I guess people, for Nick and John purposes, so Zack on his turn is going to activate his celestial power. So as a bonus action, he activates his radiant consumption. So he starts glowing and spreading a light out within 10 feet of him.
Cool.
He then targets the orange one, which is the Hexblade Curse individual, and he is going to use his precision strike, so he gains advantage against him, and he is going to attack with a long sword with Booming Blade against the orange, and he gets a critical hit. So on that critical hit, he first rolls this damage, so 10 from the longsword. So then he does double the Booming Blade, which is sadly only 3 more.
Dear Lord.
I got a 2 and a 1. I will also Divine Smite.
What is it? Then another +3 from Curse, and then another
12, so 25.
What would it
Curse
be?
adds another 3, so 28, plus another 3 from Radiant Consumption,
Yeah.
so that's 31. So on that note, that should have been everything, right?
Yeah, it sounds right.
Yeah, okay, that's everything. Oh, no. And double damage on Precision Strike since it adds D8,
Right.
which adds another 8 damage. So, at the end of Zack's turn, the Celestial Radiance deals 3 damage to every creature within 10 feet of him. Boom. Thankfully, the Dowroc's crit pretty much killed the green one, so...
Yeah.
Alright.
Well, I knew it had to be within a stone's throw. Like,
Yeah, I mean, he was like... if Igo would have hit a little harder, he would have knocked him out. Alright, so on that note, that brings the turn back over to the Minotaur. So the Minotaur is going to attack Zack. And... where's the dice? It's not showing up. He gets a 22 to hit, so Zack will spend his last spell slot to use shield. So he's out of spell slots, just like Dowroc. Woo!
What? It's second level spells, but
Oh, okay, Zack's just out. So, alright. The Shadow's turn. Let's see if he recharges a certain ability. He does not.
good.
He will use Maddening Touch on Zack. And get a 21, which thanks to shield, misses.
That touch could
Dowroc.
certainly be more maddening.
oh boy, that's
God,
2
that
deaths.
Fails?
2 failures.
Oh no. Okay. Well, that's not good.
No, it's not. God, there's nothing I can do either. I hate this.
Yeah, you guys spent an hour there, and so that's 100 rounds.
Well, we're still spending an hour technically, but you know, same difference.
Alright. It is... actually, Zack regains HP because of Hexblade Curse.
Yeah.
Killed somebody with a 6, I think. So he's back up to 16 HP. Okay, so, that was both of them. Dowroc went, so Zack's turn. Alright. Zack is going to Well, all he really can do is...
Pummel these guys.
Well, the problem is that I'm gonna do something. Damn it. Technically speaking, actually, does this hurt? Hold on, let me look at something. Oh wait, no, radiant.
Or are you looking to see if radiant consumption will damage Dowroc if you end your turn next to him?
I believe it does.
It does. It'll
So if I got to him, popped him back up, radiance would just knock him back down.
Well, if you didn't use your full movement, you could move away from him after you did it.
Well, that's true, yeah.
But yeah, that is the downside to radiant consumption. Otherwise, it's like, aside from the not giving you flying speed, I don't think, right?
It does not.
It might be
That's
it might be the
spell, yeah.
Yeah, it might be the best one because the
necrotic shroud. The only thing that I hate is that it's literally just when you pop it off and that's it. And then
Yeah.
I mean, you still do the extra damage, but
but the area of effect, especially if you're in like a small area where you can't fly anyway, the area of effect damage from radiant consumption is like really, really sick.
yeah. All right, so I guess I am. Well, 1, 5, 10, 15. Because I can't. All right. I will. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to bonus action and radiant consumption, and I'm going to move over. Well, I should still be able to. So never mind. I won't end it yet. I will move and attempt to reach Dowroc. So Shadow and the Minotaur both get opportunity attacks. The Minotaur gets a 15, which misses. And the other guy gets a 18, which misses.
Okay, cool.
So Zack runs over and he does healing hands. Yep, as an action. He will do healing hand against Dowroc, restoring a whopping 5 HP.
I can see. I can fight.
And as he does that, Zack is going to go 5, 10, 15. He's going to move back there.
Oh god, the Minotaur can just run at me.
Oh, wait. Yeah, hold on. I'll move there. Oh, no, I can't move there. Damn it. Well, that's still within 10 feet of the Minotaur, but it's still 10 feet of Dowroc. Damn
How
it.
long does good and evil last? Would Johan felt that good and evil shut off?
It wouldn't have shut
Did it
off.
shut off?
It's still on you.
Okay, good.
As long as, yeah, because, I mean, how long does it last for? What's the duration on it?
10 minutes. So like, I
Okay.
mean,
Yeah, he's still going to...
yeah, we're currently doing our short rest, but like you guys are still back there in the past, so like you're fine.
So Zack's going to move there, and he'll have radiant consumption kick in and hurt the skeleton by 3. The Minotaur. Okay. Oh, I didn't deal damage to... after Zack, it swings back around to the Minotaur's turn. So the Minotaur is going to Great Axe at Zack.
I'll miss.
Bam. No, he hits. He got a 25 to hit, so that definitely hits Zack. And he does... Ooh, 15 damage. Zack has 1
Dear
HP.
God.
Lord. It's so not fair that the shadow goes next. That's so not fair.
It is now the Shadow's turn. Who's going next? Will attempt to recharge a certain ability and still fail.
Good.
The Shadow will then fly here
You kidding?
and attempt to KO or bring down Zack. So he attacks with, where is it? Maddening Touch. He crit fails.
Oh,
Something just severity. Okay, severity's pretty bad. So I'll say that Zack dodges out of the way and gets to perform an attack of opportunity against the Shadow. So Zack does a longsword hit. gets a 14, which hits, does 8 damage, plus 3, so 11 total damage.
Is the consumption still on?
The consumption is still on, technically, yes.
How far?
It's 10 feet radius from Zack, so you're just out of range from it. But it would deal 3 damage to you if you end your turn within 10 feet of him.
If you, you could move to the other side of the Minotaur and still be out of range of it.
It is your turn, Dowroc.
Is going to get up. He's going to cough up some blood. He's going to go 10 feet. And he's just like, hope you didn't forget about me, you big son of a bitch. And he's going to...
Tell him Zack is like nearly dead.
Battle fist. Yeah, okay. Checking first. Just see if that kills him.
Alright, so that's 14 total damage. No, he is not down yet.
Okay.
Okay.
14?
That... yeah, that hit. 18?
Oh yeah, 9 damage.
Well, 9 damage.
Yeah. And then he does like a little boxer stance. It's like, ready for you, you Zack, mother.
It now goes to Zack's turn, who is going to shimmy around to this side, and he is going to booming blade attack against this shadow. And he'll precision strike, sorry, as it was rolling, so to gain advantage on it. 16, which is enough to hit. Does 12 plus the booming blade 4, so that's 16, plus precision 22, and then lastly the radiant consumptions are 25, so 25 total. But I have to look at this stupid guy because he's got some resistances. Okay, all right. The shadow, I forget if I said, actually no, he is now bloody. The shadow is now bloody.
Okay.
Only just now. Okay.
Yep. It is. Oh, and then radiant consumption kicks in and deals him an additional 3 damage at the end.
Oh, only 3? It's not radiant damage?
Huh?
It's not radiant damage?
Oh no, it deals radiant damage.
Oh, okay.
He's just not. He's not vulnerable to radiant.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah. He doesn't. It doesn't deal additional damage to him. So, all right. Not Dowroc.
What does Dowroc see when he wakes up? Like,
when he woke, when Zack revived him.
yeah. What did he? Like, what does he see when Zack?
Does Zack look
Zack
like? Does Zack look like a Super Saiyan? Is the question.
Basically, yes. He is very bright and emitting the lights in the 10 feet that's around him. So I guess
Does he have his eyes, or is it like his body? Like, is his eyes more glowing, like more prominent?
yes, his eyes are glowing more prominently. I'm, however, not going to be using the. Technically, I think in the description it says it like comes out of your eyes and your mouth as well.
Oh, okay.
The mouth. I think that would be kind of.
Oh.
Yeah,
So,
that's kind of.
Not that the light's like really coming out of his eyes. Basically,
His eyes are just
understanding
glowing,
is-
right?
yeah, his eyes are slightly glowing, and he is emitting off light, basically like a Super Saiyan style-esque, thing.
Okay.
That's kind of what you see when you wake up, and then you see him, dashing off, obviously after he's healed you. All right, it is the Shadow's turn. The Shadow. I don't know if I rolled for the recharge, but if I didn't, he didn't recharge again.
Good.
And he is going to use his touch, which only gets a 9 and misses Zack. It is Dowroc's turn.
Would Dowroc even know that the aura hurts him?
Technically, he does not know that, no. Thankfully, he's healed at, 5 HP?
Yeah.
So technically, he wouldn't die if he starts his turns within 10 feet of him. He would just then get hit by it. Do you have any resistance, or is it just necrotic? Okay.
So it's 10 feet. Well, Dowroc doesn't know, so
Yep.
he's gonna go for this double slam,
Okay.
the magical weapon, because I assume this guy is.
You'd be
Oh.
correct that non-magical does not do full damage to him. So unfortunately, Zack, who is not using a magical weapon, did not do full damage to him.
4 to 12.
12. Ooh. That barely misses.
Oh my god. 14 hits though. You said the other one barely misses.
Yeah, 14 hits.
7 points.
Ooh. Okay.
And then Dowroc is going to get slam mammed, or is it only at the end of your?
It's the end of Zack's turn.
Okay.
He emits the aura.
Okay.
Alright, so Zack's turn rolls around. He is simply going to just lay on hands himself.
That was advantage. Sorry.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
I
that's
was
right.
saying it.
Okay, go. So that was one attack then, so you still have another attack.
Okay.
Alright, that hit. Alright, you don't need to roll.
Oh, okay.
So, thematically, so, yes, so Dowroc kills the shadow, and as he hits the shadow and kills it, it goes to Zack's turn. Well, Zack ends his aura as a bonus action at the end of the combat, so. Alright. You guys won.
Barely. Jesus.
I feel like
It's just like, God, this
we're just like,
mental attacks are just cheating.
we're just like, oh my god.
Okay. I'm gonna have to spend a second level spell slot to revive Igo.
Yeah. Yeah, I wouldn't worry too much about it.
Yeah.
So as this happens, the path behind us closed, and then another path opens.